They were drafted 12 months apart, and for a moment, looked like the NBA's future carved in one stone. A 7-foot sniper with silk hands and a volcanic point guard who attacked the rim like it had insulted his family. Thunder fans called them brothers. History, though, loves a plot twist, and when the twist arrived, it tasted like cupcakes and betrayal. SI.com. Back in 2008, Oklahoma City hadn't even finished hanging its new banners when Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook tore through training camp scrimmages like kids unsupervised in a fireworks warehouse. Durant glided, Russ combusted. Their ceiling looked infinite, but the floor shook early. Westbrook, still learning to play point full-time, led the league in turnovers as a rookie, and December blow-ups against Memphis showed the first cracks. One missed shot, one timeout, and the duo was caught on camera barking nose to nose while teammates stared at the floor. Coaches said it was healthy tension. Fans felt a chill. Yet raw talent overwhelms awkward chemistry. By 2012, the Thunder were juggernauts, chainsawing through Dirk, Kobe, and Duncan en route to the finals. Analysts gushed over the three-headed monster of Durant, Westbrook, and James Harden. But the monster was built on a fragile budget. Harden wanted a max deal. The front office balked at $4 extra million, shipping him to Houston days before the season. In hindsight, it was like pawning the infinity gauntlet for gas money, and it seeded the first unspoken question for KD. Can I really win here? The next 12 months delivered every possible answer. Westbrook tore his meniscus in the 2013 playoffs after a collision with Patrick Beverley, leaving Durant to wrestle Memphis alone. He averaged 35, 7, 6, yet fell in 5 games, walking down the tunnel looking less like the Slim Reaper and more like a man lugging Atlas's globe. When Russ returned the following winter, Durant pivoted to survival mode, stringing 40-point nights just to keep OKC in the race, and hoisted his first MVP trophy through tears, calling his mother the real MVP, and saving Russ for last in the thank you role. The world swooned. Russ took notes. Roles reversed in 2015. Durant's foot fracture kept him out, unleashing Westbrook's rawest form. Nightly triple-double hunts that scorched box scores but left OKC one game short of the postseason. Privately, Westbrook stewed over the perception that his heroics were selfish, while Durant's were noble. Publicly, they vowed loyalty. Privately, they drifted, orbiting the same locker room like twin planets losing gravity. Then came May 2016. The 73-win Warriors, Oklahoma up 3-1, 8 minutes from the finals. Up until that point, KD and Russ looked unstoppable. Russ shredding pick and rolls, Durant silencing Oracle with 30-foot daggers. Game 6 changed everything. 5 turnovers and 8 crunch time possessions, 4 from Westbrook, 2 wild pull-ups from Durant, and the Warriors smelled blood. Klay Thompson drilled 11 threes, OKC's lead vanished, and 2 nights later a lethargic Game 7 completed the collapse. As confetti rained in Oakland, Durant stared at the hardwood thinking about Harden, about cap tax math, about everything except the man 2 lockers down. July 4 hit like a meteor. Durant announced Golden State on Players Tribune. Westbrook learned by text minutes before Twitter did. The NBA didn't explode so much as it fissured into hot takes. Paul Pierce called the move weak, while Stephen A. Smith used a harder word. Russ posted a tray of cupcakes, a locker room joke for softness, and the Cold War began. Early skirmishes were embarrassingly one-sided. Golden State blistered OKC by 26 in their first clash. Durant dropped 39 on 15 of 24, while Russ finished 4 for 16. Press room microphones captured Russ dismissing KD's praise of warrior, family culture, with a curt, "That's cute." February's return to Oklahoma featured 18,000 fans booing so loud the opening tip vibrated. One wore a homemade shirt reading 47-point cupcake. Durant answered with 34, plus a forehead-to-forehead barking match with Andre Roberson, before Russ waded in screaming, "I'm coming," but Golden State still won by 16. Each handshake missed on purpose. Each post-game quote seethed. Coaches whispered it felt like a Hollywood divorce fought on national TV. And yet, flickers of thaw appeared in places nobody watched. All-Star Weekend, 2017. New Orleans. KD throws a bounce pass. Russ returns a lob. The bench erupts. Smiles fade quickly. Cameras are watching, but the seed is planted. A year later, Durant tells reporters, "I just got in my own way, it's all love." The next question, would Russ believe him? He didn't answer until April 2023, Suns-Clippers first round. With Kawhi and PG shelved, Westbrook poured in 37 while chasing Durant baseline to baseline. Durant, dripping sweat post-game, told ESPN, "When he retires, people will finally tell the truth about his game." The man's been resilient his whole life, ESPN.com. Fans blinked. Was that admiration? Even Russ cracked a grin in the tunnel, fist-bumping KD's family on the way out. Reconciliation went public in September 2024 at a Colorado Buffaloes football game. Cameras panned to midfield, Durant in a hoodie, Westbrook in designer overalls, sharing laughs and a handshake that once launched 1,000 memes. TikTok looped it 12 million times in 48 hours. Caption: healed. TikTok.com. Now it's June 2025, and the script might add one last twist. Phoenix traded Durant to Houston in a blockbuster that vaporized NBA Twitter for 48 hours, while Westbrook declined his Nuggets option to test the market. ESPN's Stephen A. Smith jumped on the megaphone. How about going after Russ? To hell with the past nonsense. Reunite the brothers. SI.com. Front office leaks say Rockets brass is at least listening. Russ, never short on self-belief, wants starter minutes. KD wants another ring. Time, as always, will judge whether pride bends or snaps. So what does their 7-act saga leave us? It leaves 559 combined wins, 1 finals run together, 2 finals MVPs, and 2 scoring titles apart, 9 seasons of social media litter, and a lesson. Talent without structural trust frays under playoff gravity. Oklahoma City drafted a dynasty core, but offered no offensive system beyond your turn, my turn. When that symmetry cracked, blame became easier than sacrifice. But it also leaves a softer epilogue. 2 men who entered the league as teenagers, butchered communication on its global stage, and slowly learned that criticism ages faster than friendship. They may never share a locker room again. They might share one next month. Either way, the real story isn't the beef. It's the bridge they keep deciding to rebuild, brick by uncomfortable brick in front of millions of strangers. And that's the lingering mystery. If KD and Russ jog onto the same floor in Rockets red this fall, will it feel like unfinished business or a nostalgia tour? If they stay apart, will we remember the chaos or the chemistry? Drop your prediction in the comments, smash the like button if you rode the roller coaster with us, and get ready, because our next video unpacks why Sam Presti's 2012 tax math still haunts the league today. Stick around, hoopheads. The story is never really over.